How about now? Testing one, two, three. Actually, testing. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, good. So we're chilling. All right, let's just start sketching. Well, warm up and then sketch. Today we're gonna be doing hands for like 30 minutes. Then after the first 30 minutes, we'll swap out to doing a few thumbnails and sketching out like what do we want this illustration to look like at the end, the project one. So we're gonna be doing, what are we gonna be doing? First we'll do what's on the schedule right there is what we're gonna be doing. For the bottom half is so you see what the rest of my day is gonna look like. But yeah, define field language. Yep. All right, cool. So let's just draw. Let's just draw for a little bit. Let me get some warm ups in. Yeah, cool. It'll be really sad, like really really sad if this thing starts fucking up. Um, if it starts fucking up, I'll just I'll swap to Tears of the Kingdom. I'll do some of the other art project like at a different time, I guess. I have to see how to figure out a better way to stream the iPad, like a better way to connect it to the Mac. Although I don't really think anything's gonna fix it. I think it's just the iPad. The iPad's just chalked. You know, I think it's just chalked. Waffles are better than pancakes. Doo-doom, doo-doom. Saw that shit? Okay. Circles. Yeah, this brush is definitely very angular. All right. So which website? Line of Action is our usual one, and we'll go to. It's gonna be our usual one until they take that down or some shit, or I find something better. But I think it's really really good. Line of Action. I set it to like what 60 seconds on just hands, male or female, it don't matter. I just want to draw hands. There's so much nuance to hands. Hands are really hard to draw, and I want to like refresh myself on like where I'm at on that. There's some work at work that might be relying on like hand illustrations and stuff, so it'll be really good to practice that. But also, just in general, and for the things I'm gonna be doing, it'll be good to like do hands. So let's just get to it. Let me hit play here. Start doing sketches first. Um, you got you got a hand, finger, finger, tinier finger. Bottom here, gotta erase a little bit. Pop up. The thumb somehow shows up a little bit more to the side. Comes up through here. Just getting like a gesture. And there's the knuckle starts coming out like around here. There's shade. This is very garbage. But for every one good drawing, gotta take out how many bad ones? 7,000, 3,000. Alright, that's fucking garbage. Next. Actually, no. Can't erase. Next one. Alright. So. Stop. Alright, hand. What do we got? We have. Let's do a little bit of actual definition and silhouette of this finger. Alright. That's already wrong, but not too wrong. Now that. If that's that, and this is continuous, like, probably goes up to here. Then it goes to here. There we go. And this connects, the knuckle goes over on the hand, and then the thumb, there's a little bit of the palm area right here. Damn, I didn't know the palm would show up a little bit actually. That's interesting. No, the thumb. Oh, too much rendering. That's not a hand, that's a whole man. I guess the hand is kind of holding something, but okay, he's like a little chunky, so the hand is very round. Bop. Bop. Okay. Bam. And this one is like kind of like that. There's a little bit of a knuckle action there. The rest is shaded, to be honest. This whole area is shaded. He's holding his like nose or something. His cheek is in the way, so I can't really see it, but his whole area is like very obfuscated. Oh, that was supposed to be his thumb. Next up, what do we got? Okay, he's holding like a sword thing. I'm gonna do the hand that really like shows the fingers. So honestly, big brush to kind of get the idea. Bam. We got another one. The angle at which his fingers kind of taper is like makes it look like they have really like flat, horizontally flat fingers. Very interesting, even though they're pretty normal. Oh, look at me drawing off the edge. Losing precious time. Gotta stay controlled. Okay. This is actually way longer, but whatever. And I'm out. All right. Well, there was like a tube there, but all right. Two hands holding each other. So we're gonna start with the thumb. I'm starting a little too to the right. It's a wider thumb. It feels wide, but I think it's just the angle. His hand is right there. Bop. Thumb. There's a bit of the meat of the thumb. Here's like a knuckle of the thumb, and it goes over, kinda. Maybe I should just block it out, right? Just block it out. Here's the other hand. Goes that way. He's like holding his own hands. Bam. Bam. It's actually way thicker, way bigger finger than that. But I already ran out of time. Whatever. His hand was like there. Alright. Same man holding his face. Up. I was gonna start the stream a lot earlier, but my life got in the way. My stomach actually had like some really bad like poisoning or something like that. I'd say poisoning, but I had some really like strong cheese. That's really what happened. I was not expecting that. Maybe I could have had more lactate, but I don't even know. My stomach was just absolutely destroyed. So it delayed me. But it is what it is. Damn, bro. All right. Let's do just blocking out. See what's going on. See where that's at. General shapes. Bob. These are two hands. All right. There's that, and it goes into like a tube around here, and then another finger, and then we have. Gotta make this smaller. Honestly, I don't even know if I see that cylinder very well. That's one more or less. Another cylinder there, another cylinder around there. They don't really connect at the very end. Smaller. Time's up. All right. Let's slow it down because the amount of time that it takes, it doesn't really let me see enough. I don't feel like I'm there yet. I'm gonna need more time. No thanks. Let's do 2-minute drawings. Yep. 2-minute drawings. We still do the same thing. We still do like trying to understand the general shape of something. So here we go. 2 minutes. 2 hands. Start with the shape, just the general shape. We have up. I think I'm too comfortable like leaving like a really like dark line because of the undo. You can't really be doing that in an actual pencil. So alright, so there it is, and there's the other hand. They're actually more parallel than not. And the other finger's like right up here. You can already see like she's like holding her hands. Alright, so let's just start more or less defining things. I tend to go for like the outline a lot, like the silhouette, to kind of like read it better, but it tends to fuck me up, so let me just go ahead and start with multiple angles. The thickness of that arm feels like about this thick actually, and then the other one would be about half, so it would be around there. This goes up, but this goes to the side almost immediately, and the other one follows a little bit after, like that. And then the fingers. So we have the meat, and we have first tube, second tube, last. You can't really see it because it gets cut off by another one. Just around there, and around there. So here we have, she has like really skinny fingers, and it already went away. Damn. Well, all right. Here we go. Hand, another one. Bop. Bop. Have another finger, is a lot bigger. You can see a lot more of it, but it recedes into the same point. But from there, almost like halfway, there's another knuckle. Bop. We see a little bit of the nail on that one. And then the previous one, we barely see the nail. It's like really hidden. And then the other one's like just straight up because it's shorter. The index finger. Pop. Got the nail there. And then the thumb, which is like hidden behind actually. In the pose of this one. Pop, pop, pop. Goes this way. crevice right here. Crevice, crevice, crevice. This actually shade there. Pop, 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 pop. Some shading here. Alright. What do we have? Pop. No, big brush. Alright, that's kind of like alright. That's alright. It's not really that crazy. But we can start defining other things now. So, like, this. Never mind. The thing just went away. Well, this was better defined, but GG. Here we go. A hand holding a cup. I'm not gonna draw the cup though. Thumb, more or less. But it goes around, and then it tapers a little bit, and it comes back out because of the meat. I don't really know the name of that part of the hand. Goes this way. I know the angle looks so fucking jank right now. Bam. And then that's one, but the nail's like right there. This might be my worst one. This angle is ridiculous. Sheesh. Okay. This is absolutely atrocious. Let's fucking go. Another one. And then we have another finger. This has to be my worst one. Oh my goodness. Okay, another nail. Whatever. And then another one. Oh god. This is all fucked. Cause the cup is like right here. Maybe drawing the cup would have been better. Had I done the cup, had I not been so stubborn, I would have been able to perceive the general shape better. But it's not helping that I have to turn my head a little bit to see the image and then copy it mentally. We're gonna skip, whatever. Next one. Hand drawing, which is my own hand. Not really. Bam. Alright. You see that? I tend to draw to the right side of the square. Sucks. Need to change that habit. Bam. Bam. Pencil. There's a pencil like around here. They're holding. Ba-ba-bum. Thumb. Right there. Alright. Tapering of the thumb. Here it gets kind of thicker. Eraser, nice. Pop, 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 pop. The meat. Up. There you go. Fingers. This one actually goes under the pencil somehow. So it goes like around here. And then the nail is like right there. This nail is like right here. And this nail goes like there, whatever. Next up we have the other finger actually goes right behind it in a fun way. Bop, bop. And the last one is like hidden behind all this. And then the meat goes right there. I think that not only did I fuck up, but like I didn't perceive the thickness of the fingers appropriately. in comparison to each other, relative to each other. But that's what speed sketching is for, figuring out. All right, cool. Next, do we pause here? 5:23. Yeah, we had like 7 minutes before we switch out. So let's now amp up the amount of time that we get. Actually, we just take one good hand and we just illustrate it. We just go full, and we just try to make it better. What's a good hand? Let's see. What do we got? No, cancel. That's a little foreshortening. That's a good one. Let's just take two hands that are in a Kamehameha position. Actually, nah. It's fun, but nah. Let's just do something expressive, something fun. That actually might be a good one, like a hard one to do. Okay, yeah. Let's just do that. It has foreshortening too, so it's gonna fuck me up. But that's what we're here for. Alright, so we have some time. We're just gonna go ahead and start with a general shape. So let's just get the general shape. So shape is kinda like bam. Bam. Again, too big. Finger. But this one's actually more curved, whatever. Finger cuts up a little bit earlier, and then the thumb. Pop. Right? That's more or less the shape going on. Let's define it even more. So we have like I think I accentuate the curves a lot more than they should be. Need to keep an eye on that. This kind of comes together right there, and then the index starts showing up. This needs to be better defined, like how it ends. But I don't really have that enough resolution. We can do that after. This finger is pretty straightforward. It tapers pretty. The twist is actually pretty gnarly, but it tapers very normally. Try to consider the shape, the actual shape, like the actual silhouette, be the outer one. So don't mind how filled in it is. So whatever the border, like this right here is the border. This right here. And that's the thickness level. Finger right here, the webbing, the palm. So there's kind of defined the thickness. This one goes down. There's a little bit of a lip there, like a little roundness, and then right back up. This one tapers a little off. Like it goes down, tapers down, and tapers back up towards the end. There it is. All right. That's more or less how she got her finger. I don't know what to tell you. Uh, then we have. Gotta bring this up. Then her other finger, which is like. This is weird because this is actually more like. Bam. A teacher forever ago told me about how like it's really good to not only work on one part of the piece the entire time, like go ahead and move around, like be comfortable moving around, um, so that you're not stuck in one thing. I feel like this goes down and then this goes up. Yeah, yeah, it goes all the way up there. I think. I think. I don't even fucking know. It's something like that. All right, and we got. We have this finger, which actually tapers a lot more than it seems. I'm tapering it wrong. I'm perceiving the distance wrong. That's why. It was way more distant. So it starts around like here, and it goes down. It ends earlier, like around the same as the index finger, obviously. Um, Rounds up about, and then the pinky is a little different. This this thumb has to be adjusted now because I feel like the thumb starts a lot earlier, like something like that, but there's like a cut that goes like this, like because of the skin and the layering. This can be erased. No, this cannot be erased. There's actually very very clear distinction. Okay, there we go. Take this out. That's more or less. I honestly, I don't think that that finger is perfect, like as correct. But let's get the pinky so we can wrap up. Pinky's actually way further. Let's get the other side of the arm. So this is kind of like this. That's the general distance. This takes on like a curve. I'm beginning to think that I don't actually have the angle correct, but that's okay. Bam, bam. Yeah. If I showed y'all the picture, the actual picture I'm drawing, this doesn't look like anything like it. But that's okay. Pinky's actually way more out. Somehow it's way more out. I don't understand what the pinky is. What's the negative space? Negative space looks like that kinda. So it goes down and down. This finger's way longer. I want to give up mentally. My brain is like, just give up. Just don't do it. It don't matter. Fingers off. And so what are the fingers off? That's more or less the distance, and it goes down a little bit. It's a little exaggerated, but who doesn't like a little bit of NPR? Alright. Let's go like that, let's go like that, more or less. That's more or less the finger. That's more or less the finger. And the hand. We have the knuckle there, knuckle there, knuckle over here. The rest is just shading. To be honest, it's a lot of shading here, and then refining all that shading way closer, way closer, way closer, and so on. But yeah. Um, I'm not gonna render this. Let's go ahead and just get the nails going on so it can really feel like a hand. This one's kind of like this. This is very garbo. Very, very garbo. Super quick. Uh, Bam. This finger is pissing me off. Bam. Bam. Then the pinky. I gotta do something about this the sensitivity of this pencil, because yeah, damn. But you see what I mean about this goddamn pinky? It's so fucking weird. So fucking weird. But it's all good. It's all good. I gotta get the it's gone. Yeah, it's like around there. It's letting me see that like I didn't actually get the proper like distances. I gotta get like I gotta do the thing I usually do instead, where like I do like I do this, I do this, I do pop. Like it would be something like this, even, just to get the idea of like where the joints are at in a sense, because that kind of helps you set proportions kind of a little bit. At least it helps me. I don't know what to tell you. Tube 1, tube 2, tube 3, yeah. And then thumb, which is weird as hell. Like kind of like doing that is very helpful. When I do characters, it's kind of like it starts with like your usual um you know, usual stickman, but with a little bit of like logic. And then from there, I'll start working around and doing the thing. So, start defining the different aspects of the body and the hands. Hands, I'll usually be like, if I'm gonna do something like this or like this, I'll probably just do like a big blotch, and that's like I'll start there, and I'll define it after. It's like a silhouette first, sometimes type of workflow. But yeah, he's not amused. We're gonna leave it there. All right. Um, Switching out to thumbnails and sketching. What are we doing? What are we doing with this big project? I'm thinking of doing. What do we want to explore? Let's do some notes. So text. Bam, bam. All right. I'm thinking, which is very dangerous to do, because I'm a man. That joke is for select few. All right. So we have that. Feel language. So feel language, obviously, like feelings are very abstract. So breaking it down and like trying to perceive how we feel about something is really hard. The communication is here to help. So feel language. It really just comes down to like what kind of emotions do you want your art piece to make other people feel. So and if you want to like understand how do you want this art piece to make somebody else feel, then you kind of have to relate. This is why like making art for things that you can't relate is not that easy. It's actually hard. It might be even might even feel inappropriate sometimes. If it's like a job, it's like a job. Whatever, you make the thing, and then your director, like your lead, I would imagine that they give you like corrections and feedback and stuff, and so you align better. But if it's like a solo piece and you're the one making it, it's like you have to connect with how you feel about it. Like get close here. How you feel about the piece you want to make, or rather, what feeling you want to pull out of yourself into an illustration. So something AI can't do. So it becomes something like it becomes something like let's say I want to explore retrospection. No, introspection. So that's something I wanna look into. But like it comes from different places. Like how do you introspect? Like do you introspect with judgment, like negative judgment? Do you do so with positive judgment? Is it like neutral? Is it just like matter of the fact? So like uh, if we wanna like say like okay, feel language, um, exploration. Let's say exploration. So if I want to like let's say feel is introspection. That's not really a feeling, but like I'm feeling kind of introspective lately. Like you could say like something like that. So the self reflection or something like that. Like uh, that type of topic. How does it make you feel? Does it make you feel sad? So like if it's sad, um, then or like it's like a mixture of feelings. So like maybe you want to do like when you introspect, you're like thinking about yourself, thinking about your life, thinking about how things have been, how have you been behaving, how have you been responding to people's behaviors or words or sayings, like how do you handle that aspect of life essentially. um Hold on, let me see if there's anybody on stream. I actually haven't checked at all. um Nathan Morales, thank you for subscribing, my brother. My brother. Okay, my channel. I'm muted. Cool. Go to it. Bam. So, yeah. So, if you want to do like introspection, self reflection, I would imagine it's like, let's say, okay, what feelings come up? Uh, Maybe a topic is best. So, like a general or keyword or something. There might be like a keyword that you might know that kind of helps you starts figuring out what kind of feelings. So like when you do introspections or self reflection, you might think like you must start thinking, damn, I feel kind of sad, right? Like I feel sad about this thing that happened to me or how I behaved about a particular thing. I wish I did better. I'm gonna try to do better. So sad could be one. It could also be like like angry, like frustrated, um, um, like frustrated that like, but how come I'm like this? How come I do the things that I do? Uh, I wish I wasn't like this. I wish I could behave better. I wish I could have done better. Um, why does it have to be this way? I'm so angry and people. And then you could feel like uh, you could feel a little bit of like, um, let's say, of like forgiveness, like let's say merciful. So like I don't know if it's mercy or pity. I don't think pity is a good word, but let's say something like uh, what is a good word for that? Let's Google. We have Google. Why care about anything and try to figure out yourself, right? Um, feeling word for mercy, charity, grace, leniency. Um, what does clemency mean? Mercy a feeling. Effective mercy is an emotion. Nah. Synonyms of Merriam-Webster. Um, maybe grace. Maybe grace is the best one. Um, grace is an act of kindness. Uh, but is it a feeling? No, it's an act. Yeah, it says it right there. Grace as an elegance, that's a different type. As an advantage, as an adorn. Whoa, to adorn. To grace something with something. Okay, yeah. Maybe kindness, active. Service, sympathy, the capacity for feeling for another's unhappiness or misfortune. That's the one. Sympathy. So sympathy is the best one. Sympathy is like to have like like yeah, you behaved how you behaved, and yeah, it's really frustrating. It really is. I feel the pain you're feeling. It makes perfect sense that you feel angry. You should feel angry. That would make sense. It makes sense that you feel angry. Um, and then with sympathy, kind of like a sympathy, you kind of like forgive, right? Um, uh, you know, you let's say forgiving. So it will be caring, affectionate, nah, charitable, pardoning, to cease to have feelings. Yeah, no, that's of bitterness or anger toward it. So forgiveness, I guess, forgiving. You feel I'm feeling kind of forgiving. Okay, sure. Um, and so those three could be really good for like exploring like introspection, like something happens, some external thing happens, some external experience happens, and you're like, oh shit, damn, I did a bad thing or I said a bad thing. How come things are this way? I wish I hadn't done this. I wish and then you feel angry. You start thinking about it like, well, why did I do it? Why did I do it? Oh, because I have this. I have this disorder, or I have been improperly like raised, or because I don't know how to handle my particular emotions, or I have let's say I have a tendency to be reactive. I need to calm down more. Like you, whatever it is, you figure it out. You might start feeling angry. Like, damn, I feel, dude. Oh my god, why am I like this? Why do I always do this? Whatever, right? Or how come I was raised this way? Or how come I have a disorder that makes me like I don't know, narcissistic or ADHD or whatever the fuck it is, right? Um, and you want to be angry, but then you're like, okay, bro, but like you didn't choose to be this way, and because of that, I don't hate you. I love you. You are forgiven. Like you are not inherently evil, just by having been born that way, and so because of this, it is good to cut you some slack in the sense of like forgiveness. Yeah, you fucked up. Yeah, that was bad. yeah, you should be angry at the fact that you even did that, but there's a point that you have to reach where you go, okay, and I don't even know what the point is. Sometimes I struggle figuring that out. Where you go, okay, but I'm not evil. No, ill will is not really what I intend from the get go. Even if ego got in the way, you might be like just trying to like, you might just trying to be like defend yourself in a sense, right? Like there's a part of you that doesn't feel protected or cared for, and so you did it, and that's where ego kicked in. But yeah, so something like that. I feel like those are really good things to explore. In terms of the exact like wording, I don't know that I'll go with like sad, angry, sympathy, um, but I think this is really good. I think with this we can start assigning some of the roles. So what do I have here? Illustration focus, characters roles, skill range of expression. Yeah, so for characters roles, I'm thinking of doing like relative Ryan, right? So I want to make three different characters. One of which you probably have already seen if you've been following since way back. I think about a year ago or so, I made an illustration of myself in an idealized perception. I do not look like this character at all right now. Look at me, I'm like fucking near 300 pounds. But um, there is I'm not gonna pull it up, but in that illustration there's like a red background and everything, and that is related to the artist Ryan. And so a little bit of the lore behind the relative Ryan thing. We have the red dot is for art, that's why you see it on the posts. The green triangle is like for play, for gaming and having fun. The inner kid, essentially, right? Like the inner kid that we all have. Everybody has an inner kid. You can never get rid of your inner kid until you die. And even in death, you didn't get rid of it. It died with you. That's all it is. You cannot get rid of it, period. You can jail it. You can put it away. You can disregard it for years. You can dismiss the inner kid, that part of you that is still a kid, that is essentially the collection of all your traumas, all the shit that you went through as a kid. You can dismiss that if you want. You can disregard it. But it's gonna show up. It's gonna show up in your behavior, your pain, your struggles, your insecurities, your stresses. All that shit is gonna come up, and manifest physically in your relationships with people, your relationships with things. Whatchamacallit. So not good to disregard it. So that's what the green one's for, the green triangle, and then the square, the structure, the stable one. That's for game dev. So I personally want to like those are like different aspects of me. If you've seen like my Instagram posts, but like when I initiated all this branding thing, basically it's like you have you have current real life hard grounded Ryan, which is like the game developer, right? Like that's what I do. My living comes from making games or making art for games. There's idealized Ryan, so it's like a godly, perfect expression of what I could be at one point in my life, and then we have the inner kid, which is like the foundation where everything comes from, and where one of my like beacons of like where to go, essentially, where's my heart, like what does it follow, what is it trying to do, and I always try to listen to that. As you grow, my whole life I've been told like don't change, don't like for anyone or for nothing, don't change. You grow up, shit smacks you in the face, and you figure out like damn, like I actually kind of have to change here and there, but also damn, there are things that I actually could never change no matter what, and I wish I could. So it's a very weird relationship with thinking back to all those people that said that out of love my whole life, and then having to realize that maybe some things need to change. Not too sure, but yeah. So yeah, so I want to assign like the different characters of each for that. So for example, sad and sorry feels kind of blue, and that makes sense, right? But that I feel like what I'm going to do is like a mixture of like how eat like those three characters are interacting with each other and they're like expressing these feelings. So one might is gonna express sadness or disappointment or pain for the behavior of another, for their own behavior. Then the other is going to be angry about the fact that they did that, um, that the other one did it, and then sympathy will be like the idealized Ryan, um, helping like telling them like do not be angry because they didn't know. So I think what I might do is um like a I think it's kind of triangular where like the tippity top is idealized Ryan, like art, and then we have game dev and play at the bottom sides. And what that'll do is that these two have a relationship between each other like that's always like it's the physical ones. It's the most like realistic things that we can um, interact with. But then the artist on top is like the idealized what I learned that I should do, what I learned that I should be like. Um, and so I think that's really cool. Like I want to do like a yeah like maybe the character maybe maybe the adult me is frustrated at a behavior that I did to my that I did, um, or rather maybe maybe the kid feels sorry for what they did. Me as an adult, I'm angry at the kid for what they did, for having done that to myself or to other people. That's interesting. Cause how would I illustrate that? So like, let's get the do I have a relative Ryan here? Mm, there is indeed. So the default. All right, cool. So we have, we have do we have like Ryan? Where where's the branding? Where's the am I tripping? Ryan. Watermark? Oh, where's watermark? There you go. All right, cool. So let's do bam. Jesus. All right. So it would be like you know we have this. We have R G B. There you go. And then the relationship between them. So like how what's the best way to handle this? So I think it would be like ooh, maybe it is in this exact same angle too. Where like the reason for this logo when I came up with it, I did so many sketches. But like okay, so it could be something like vertical like punishment, like in a sense, not necessarily punishment, but because okay, that wouldn't be sympathetic, but like vertical lecture almost, right? Like not lecture. Lecture feels negative too. Vertical. Okay. Yeah, like hierarchical. Uh, teaching, I guess, or like vertical. Nah, vertical. Yeah, let's just say vertical. Vertical teaching, where like basically, um, I am directly above you, um, and don't, okay, and need to teach you like to be better, right? But then we have this relationship over here, which is kind of like, it's kind of like uh, I love you and cherish you because like without you I don't exist. But that's self. I guess it's still self loving, but like not even. It's because you give me like life because you give me life in the sense that like our most ideal self, our most like perfect. And when I say that, I don't mean that in like a prick way, right? I mean more like in a fulfilled, like the things that you wanted to do in life, all those things that you wanted to complete, all those like achievements. They come from the inner kid in a sense because that's where you grew up fantasizing how to be like, oh my god, I want to be like this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Oh, when I'm bigger, I want to make this much money, or I want to get this many houses, or I want to have all of my gadgets. I want to be the strongest man. What all those things like because of the inner kid's like wishes. That's where the direction is for where how to reach that height. So, um, in a funny way, it it's the red exists because of the green essentially. I love you and cherish you because you give me life and reason. I would say, yeah, reason to be. Um, and then we have, and it's not vertical. It's more like it's like it's like ethereal. What's the word for this? What does this mean? Can we define it? Is that another thing here? Keyboard. I can't look it up. Okay. Well, what does ethereal mean? Ethereal. Not composed of matter. Kinda. Yes, that's pretty correct. Resembling air and lightness is a kind of like celestial. Yeah, ethereal is fine. Ethereal, bonding, I guess. Um, but that's like one way. That's still like red to blue and right. So like, I need to make these smaller really. So smaller. So when it comes to, I'm gonna have to delete a little bit of this. So airbrushing, bop bop. Do this. All right. Cool. Ink. What do we got here? No. Regular studio pen. There you go. Cool. So we have this and we have this. So we have to make it even thinner. We have that, but then also that. Uh, that and that. That way we can kind of like fit it, kind of. So let's go ahead and make it smaller. Cool. Let's say ethereal bonding. So like the ethereal bonding is like, it's more like that's that's the relationship. And then I will say like paternal inspiration. Like inspiration. So it's kind of like it's almost like the idealized self is like the parent in you, the mental parent. Because remember, as kids, like as kids, and not to toot my parents' horns or anything, but like, the way it works is, um, your parents are your gods. Like, well, you grew up, you don't know anything. You're learning from them. So who do you look to learn anything? And it's your parents, right? That's like your direct connection. And the parents can be like whoever raised you, right? Like, that's essentially how it is. And so you have to like have a relationship with a part of you that is kind of like that. The one that takes care of you, the one that makes decisions to protect you, the one that helps you set boundaries, and shit like that. So paternal inspiration, it could be like, uh, you know, uh, I um look up to you because you help you help me feel adequate and like I have a place to belong to. You make me feel like I like I'm like it's okay for me to be here essentially. That's pretty much it. We have, let's say, the vertical, which is this one goes like around here essentially. Vertical teaching. No, that's the other way around. Vertical teaching. And then, and honestly, the current me, like I just be having qualms with the perfect me. I'd be like, easy for you to say, easy for um stubborn. Not even stubborn. You have to. You'd be like the students. Um, like resourceful student. I say resourceful because at the end of the day, I'm the one that exists right now, and I have to feed that that perfect me. Like the expression of like a perfect me has to be properly fed with good intentions, healthy mindsets, and you know, like that, like things like that. So it becomes something more like resourceful students. Resourceful student is kind of like uh, the more I grow, well, well, grow, the the more and the healthier, I guess. The healthier, nah. The more I grow healthily, nah, not even. My decisions affect the whoa, the lessons you teach me, and how you uh hmm how you perceive uh I guess my pain really. My decisions affect the lessons you teach me and how you perceive my pain. Does that make sense? Because I'm thinking about how like, if I make an improper decision, and I stain what the idea of idealized me can be, then I could end up tainting the perception of my inner child, and then have the idealized me end up having anger and frustration towards the kid, um, which is not healthy. So, I perceive my my deepest pain. I learned from you. Hmm. Hmm. I would say your form is a result of. Hmm. It's a feedback of my progress. That's essentially what's going on. And by that I mean that how I idealize myself is based on my own decisions, and if I am having a very dark perception of like a idealized me, for example, then that means that I get to see, oh, okay, if that's the best possible me, then I'm clearly not making good decisions right now as to what I should be doing. Um, then we have the other two. Here we go. This makes me laugh because I'm nervous. Uh, so it will be something like nostalgic. Um, damn. Like the other way around. It's like here. Nostalgic. It's like brotherhood, but not really. It is kind of like brotherhood because like I see the inner me, the inner kid me as like a like this baby boy I have to make sure I take care of, or I raise properly. So it's kind of like a it's like a nostalgic bonding. And I guess like this could be a different type of bonding. Um, it's about growth. So, hmm. Let's go back. Let's go back. Let's say nostalgic. Nurture. That's what it is. That's what it is, really. Um, where essentially, the way I see the kid is like, thank you. I am grateful for your passions leading me to where I need to go. I ought to go. To go. I must protect you and love you. No, love you like that's already there, but like and cherish you infinitely. Hmm. Hmm. Raise you, heal you, and cherish you forever. So that's essentially what it is. And then and I might redefine that. And then lastly, we have relationship between the kid and me, and it's kind of like how does the inner kid feel about me? Or what is the relationship between um, mm, it's like a best friend really, but not even like a best friend. It's like a it's like a relationship that you know it's temporary. Um, uh, hmm. How do we define this? How does the inner kid connect with the current me? What is the relationship? This is the problem. I've been going through some shit, but it's like when you're not connected to your feelings, to your emotions, your passions as much, you don't get to know very well how it feels. At least like it gets muddied because if you don't have a bond, like a connection with like that that inner kid part of you, and again, your inner kid is like your trauma, what you grew up with that's painful, the parts of you that didn't grow up, essentially. If you don't have a healthy connection with that side of you, it'll be hard. It's kind of like having a faulty connection cable and then not being able to not being able to transfer data between each other, essentially. So that will be the most accurate way. Um, it's like immediate. It's definitely a connection. Uh, hmm. That's the one. This is parental, not paternal. Paternal is dad. Maternal is mother. Parental means just parent. Um, and this is more like uh, it's like symbiotic, really. Yeah. So it's like I am grateful for what you have gifted me and the time dedicated to me. But no, so I will trust your decision. Mm, how you treat me is how. Okay. Is a measure for how much. Not even. Not even. Let's say. The better you raise me, the more I heal you, the more you heal me, the stronger I make you. The more you listen to me, the more I trust you. That's the one. It's like poetry. But yeah, that's essentially the relationship between them. Teach you better, um, so you can get closer to me. Mm-hmm. Update on this one, not only because like it looks short, but because like it feels appropriate to adjust that, and that's kind of the relationship between the three essentially. Um, I don't know that it relates directly to the art, game dev, and so on, but I think there might be. I think there might be some relationship. Um, so what's call it? Um, let's say let's say that's essentially it. If it was art, if it was art, um, damn, I gotta go. Yeah, I kind of gotta go. Does art inform game dev? Yeah, it kind of like directly teaches it, and like how I perceive how I perceive art is how I want to make games. That makes sense. Like my art directly influences what kind of games I want to work on. Which is like NPR shit, like Hyper Light Drifter, like Breakers. What call it? The Solar Ash looked amazing. That's probably actually my favorite look of their games. Things like Hollow Knight. You know, um, what's another NPR game I really liked? Honestly, even Tears of the Kingdom looks great. What else? Just imagine a game like the latest Spider Verse movies. Like that shit would be so sick. I would even do like a different style per chapter of a story. Ugh, that would be amazing. Um, there's different styles all over the place. Um, game dev, resourceful student. Oh yes, yes. The more I actually put in work in my game dev process, the better my art will get. So, yeah, or my appreciation for it. Um, you know, uh, gaming and game dev. Uh, you know, the games I make inform, I guess, like how I like what kind of games I want to make. Or what games not to make, and then the same goes backwards. Like the game, the more I make games, the more appreciation I have for certain gaming, like certain types of gaming. Uh, like whether like how much more appreciation I have, and with that, how much less I want to make those games or another. Like for example, uh, uh, you know, it's a weird thing, and who knows? I might actually end up making fighting games one day in my life, but as much as I love fighting games, which is my favorite, like the Smash Bros, the fucking Dragon Ball Fighters, Guilty Gear, Mortal Kombat, Street Fighter. So as much as I love that, I can't see myself making those games. I don't know why. It's kind of like it sounds like a crazy hassle that I don't know that I want to like get into from a developer's perspective as much. Maybe I don't know. Thinking about it right now sounds kind of exciting actually, but but like I often think to myself, what kind of games do you want to make? And I was like, well, the kind of like emotional drive that I want to bring with games. A fighting game might not be able to afford it properly because in a fighting game, I just try to beat the shit out of somebody else. That's really it. That's really like I'm stronger than you and I'm gonna show you, or we're stronger than you. We're gonna show you. So there's that. But then like games like Soul Ash or God of War or they bring so much emotion into like a story and how do you feel about something. That's my favorite type of thing. Nostalgic nurture. Grateful for your passions leading me to where I am. Yeah, no, absolutely. So like, thanks to gaming is why I'm in game dev. Like obviously, like a lot of people have my professor talked about this before, where like some people have an affinity for gaming, some people have an aptitude for games, and it's like it's not the same. Aptitude is your capacity to actually do that, to actually make it. Like your how much are you trying to learn, how much work you're trying to put in to get better at this thing, or your capacity to actually think rationally about like how to, or not even rationally, yeah, just like how to like think about making games as opposed to this like fan just affinity, like oh my god, I love games, oh my god, let's make a game like insert your favorite game, but you have no fucking clue how to start, you have no drive to actually start, you just want somebody to like kind of like ride you along, and the hype and the dream and the fantasy of making a game, it's like cute, love it, go get a job at a different place and then make money to go ahead and buy our games, because that way we can give you what you want, but like I don't know that like you have the capacity to actually make the game. um, and some people have both, which is even better because then you're really really passionate but you're also really really capable. But it's not a direct relation to skill though. Like you could be at like 0 and like it's like your aptitude to like, oh, I wanna like learn, give me, how do you do it, okay cool, and you start figuring it out. But yeah, that's what it feels like. And gaming definitely inspired the games that I want to make and the ones that I don't. Last one, gaming and art. Parental inspiration. I look up to you because you helped me feel adequate and like I have. Yeah. Okay. So the games I play absolutely inform what kind of art I want to make. It's all super connected. Like I see a game with a crazy awesome art style or a crazy awesome character or moment or VFX, and I'm like, whoa! I would love to illustrate that. I would love to even know, like, begin to learn how to like make that. What the hell? Spider-Verse. I've seen it twice. I'm gonna see it a third time, but it's like, I to this day, like there are things that I'm like, how do you even make that? How do you, like show me? How do you? What kind of mind breaking process did you go through? What kind of like conventions did you break to show that you can do this instead? How rigid, but more like how defined were your style guides? Like how did you define those style guides? Love, love all of that shit. Um, and it comes from like my appreciation for games of different styles, like that are not just your usual realistic stuff. Like I'm about to hop on COD for like 7, like at 7, but that's like a bonding thing with my dad. I don't really like. It's just another realistic game. I don't know what to tell you. Like I feel like realistic games they're fun and all, but the hype is always the same. Damn, it looks even more like real life. Damn, it looks even more like real life. Whereas like NPR is like, holy shit, what kind of reality even is that? Like, how do I even begin to think as if that's a possibility? That's cool. That's kind of more fun to me because it's like, what the fuck? Paper Mario? How are these people like 2 dimensional? Like, it doesn't even make sense. But they're also kind of 3 dimensional because they can move around along the Z. So like things like that are really really fun for me. So like I think it informs the art. Now, ethereal bonding, last one. I love you, cherish you, and because you give me life, reason to be. Yeah, yeah, 100%. I make art because of games. You know, it's like it's all perfectly intertwined. Yeah, I just like I said, I see something, I'm like, yo, how do I make it? But also gaming, like I wanna play games of a crazy art style. I wanna be directly in the game, doing the thing, like the stuff that these other like crazy like NPR like aesthetics are. Like I saw again, uh of a best example, Smash Bros. Ultimate. So I saw Piranha Plant. It's my main. But as soon as I saw that forward smash in the announcement, I saw the F smash, and I'm like, that looks so sick, so stupid, so simple. Just a trail animation on the head, on the forward smash, with like a gradient of like from like a blue hue, kind of like a purple indigo into like orange and red, and it looks so sickamundo, so delicious, so great, so fantastic. That I was like, I need to main that. I don't know I don't know how the hell I'm gonna do this. It's probably gonna be garbage. Who knows? Actually, might even be cracked. But that looked great. It sounded amazing. Like just like so crunchy. Loved it. Um, and that made me want to play that game because of how it looked. Solar Ash also. As soon as I saw the skating on clouds, hello, excuse you, amazing, amazing, absolutely. So yeah, this actually pretty much maps very perfectly to my career like directions and stuff like that. It's actually very interesting. But yeah, so I'm gonna be taking this, and then we'll be doing now that we have assigned some roles. We didn't really get to begin sketching thumbnails because I do have to head out. Um, but because I need to eat something, even though I have an incredibly bad stomachache. Um, but I think we can do sketching next Monday. Maybe even this week. Who knows? Maybe I'll do a little bit of art too again. But switching between like that type of streaming to this type of streaming, I don't have a really like clean like workflow. But today I had actually a big improvement on my setup. I have my Mac on the left instead. I used to have it on the right, and I had to put the phone on a different angle. It's very very uncomfortable. But here I'm like right here, iPad's right here, camera right here. Boom. The mic is like close to the camera more or less, so if I'm talking to here, it kind of catches it. I don't know. I don't even know if the sound is good because I actually have the gain really low. Maybe it's been sounding really far, and now, damn, now it's probably better. Who knows? But yeah, stay tuned at 7 p.m. I'm gonna be playing COD with my dad. I think my little brother might join. Nathan. Who knows? We'll see. He's been trying to set up his stuff with the PC, but the PC keeps giving him problems. That's new to me in the sense of a Mac will give me problems with COD before PC, I would imagine. But yeah, we're chilling. We'll pick this up next time. I'm really excited actually. I was actually not feeling it today. I was like, damn, do I really want to stream art? Ugh. Do I really want to? Hell yeah. It's actually a lot of fun to kind of like dive into. Maybe that's what it was. That's what it was. I was just like nervous to get into the groove of art and stuff. But that's good. It's good to like hop in there, get in there, and grind. Anyway, yeah, sounds good. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this stream, and I will be back for some COD. See if we can drop some dubs. Might stream a little bit until like later time, like 10:30 maybe. Who knows if 11? I'm not too sure. We'll see. But yeah, peace.